Everyone, Wizard of Mo Games here again. This is Bill the Wizard and Steve the Scribe, who's busy scribing right now. And we are going to play a game of Unmatched from the Battle of Legends Volume 2. He's playing Achilles and Patroclus against Bloody Mary. And really cool set, eager to try it out. We're using one of the maps from Volume 1, the Memorial Garden. It looks like you run along the walls of the garden and then you can go down inside the garden. But I'm going to try to avoid him and sneak in and go for the kill. So we're going to start out with 5 cards in hand. We have life dials for each of our characters. And basically in this game, you have a little reference sheet on the back of your character card. You can maneuver by drawing a card and then moving your fighters, and you split your movement between your fighters. So if you had 3 movement, you could move 1, 2, and the other 1. You can scheme, which is a lightning bolt card and allows you to play that from your hand, or you can attack, and you would play either a red burst attack card or a split burst and defense card face down, and your opponent gets to choose a defense card, and then you just reveal them and compare them. There are some bonus actions on the bottom of them. You get 2 actions per turn, but some of these have exceptions that give you more actions. Bloody Mary is a melee, so she must be adjacent to whoever she's fighting. And at the start of my turn, if I have exactly 3 cards in my hand, I get to gain an additional act. Steve, the Scribe, is running Achilles as his main character, Patroclus as his secondary. Achilles starts with 18 health, Patroclus with, looks like 6. And Achilles, if Patroclus dies, Achilles gets mad. He loses some cards, but now his attack value is increased by 2, and if ever he wins a combat, he gets to draw cards. So he gets mad when he loses his helper. So the cards have names, names of the characters, and then some are any. For him to use them between characters, they have to have the character name on it or the any icon. I don't think Bloody Mary has any any's because she doesn't have any helpers. So it's a race around the board and battle to the death. I do not have to kill Patroclus. If I kill Achilles, it is over. The main characters are represented with little figures. They're really nice. I love this one here. Bloody Mary, but I don't know how well she plays. And of course the back of the card is very dark and just has a reflection of her in the mirror. Everything has to do with 3s in this deck. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. And then I have a base move of 3. It looks like Steve's base move is 2, so his people are bigger, hulkier, beefier, slower people, and I'm fast. We're going to start this up. We draw 5 cards each, and Steve is in the first player position, so he will start. There is a hand limit of 7 cards, but we're about to show you what it's like. So you get 2 actions, Steve.
Oh, let me find my glasses.
Your base move
I gotta read.
Your base move is 2.
And that means each person gets to move 2, or I divide it amongst them?
You divide it amongst them.
Okay.
No. Each person gets to move 2.
I thought
That's right. You're right. You're right. So negate all that. No edit. Just keep going from here. Hasn't messed anything up yet. But to move, you have to use the maneuver, which forces you to draw a card as mandatory, and then it's optional to move your fighters, and you can discard a card, and they have a little circle on the right side that gives a boost value, so you could increase your movement by that much, and it would apply to any and all characters you have as part of your move. Some cards have specials that allow you to discard cards for their boost value during the attack. He is maneuvering. So So he's drawn a card, and he can move each of his people up to 2 spaces. Now the map is neat. They're all connected by lines. Anything that's connected by line is adjacent. If they talk about zones, the zones are particular colors. So if you were in a zone that matches the color that somebody else is in, you are basically in the same zone. A lot of cards allow you to move within zones or attack within zones, especially if you have ranged characters, but neither one of these are. They're all melee. So he has moved. That's his first action. He maneuvered.
Well, I have to play a card or discard a card? Or hold them?
You can hold them as long as you're...
But I have to take 2 actions.
You have to take 2 actions. So in this case, I would maneuver again, draw another card, even whether you move or not.
Because any of these cards are not effective in this position, so...
Well, that's why you get to close range. Second action is a maneuver. Now, some of these spaces that look like they're next to each other are not, because they are not connected with lines. So he has just walked underneath this and came out here and became adjacent to me. But over here, he is on the tower and I am down on the grounds. We are not adjacent. So Patrocles is next to me, and that is the end of his turn.
That is the end of my turn.
Great. So what I will do...
I moved into range, which may be a stupid thing to do, but... What is the old saying about favoring the bold?
Fortune.
Death.
All right.
Takes advantage of the bold.
I think what I'm going to do is maneuver as well. I'll pull this up, and I will move one of my 3 spaces next to Achilles instead. And my second action, I will choose to attack Achilles. So I will put a card face down as my attack, and he can choose to defend or pass. Even if he has cards that he can block with, he may choose to pass just to hold on to them or for better effects. And then the damage is kept on your score tracker.
So I have to use a card that has the defense logo on it.
Either the shield or the
combination.
Split. Yeah, attack shield. Can be used for either. I think the shield is blue, the attack is red, and then the either is purple. And then the lightning bolts are yellows. Alright, so now simple thing, we just reveal and we read them down. Now if there are effects that are in the same phase, there are immediate effects, there are after combat effects, there are before combat effects. If they are tied in the same sequence, it happens for the defender first, who has immediately cancel all effects of my opponent's card. So I'm doing 3 damage to him, and he's blocking 2, so he takes 1 point of damage to Achilles. I have an after combat effect, which has been canceled, Bloody Reprise, which would allow me basically another attack, and but he canceled it out with a feint. So this goes to my discard pile. My 2 actions are done. And you do not draw up. If you want to draw up, you have to maneuver. That's the end of my turn. I have 5 cards.
Well then, I will go ahead and draw the card.
So you will maneuver. You're currently adjacent to me with Achilles.
Yes.
All right.
But I will move. I have to move, though, because I drew the card.
No, you do not. Moving is optional, but drawing the card is mandatory. That's how we get through those decks. If you ever run out of cards in your deck, which doesn't happen often, basically, if you were supposed to draw a card, you end up taking damage instead. So it ends the game pretty quick if you're out of draw cards. You can still play the cards in your hand, but whenever you would draw, you would take damage. And I can't remember if it's 1 or 2. I think it's 2, but if we get to that, we'll bring it out. This can also be played with 3 and 4 players. There are spaces on the boards for player 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you basically 1 and 3 are on a team, 2 and 4 are on a team, and you're looking to eliminate the other 2 players.
I drew the card, so I'll move 2.
This guy?
Yeah, bring that back over to here.
Here and here?
Here.
Okay.
Okay. Then, going to attack with Achilles
Mm-hmm.
by playing this card right here.
All right. I will defend. All right.
Brothers in Arms. After combat, if Patroclus is not defeated, gain 1 action.
Okay. I have broken glass, and during combat I may increase or decrease the value of this card by 1. It's currently 3. I will make it a 4, which means I will block the attack and you will not
Do damage.
correct. And then after combat, if the value of this card matches your opponent's card, I get to draw a card and the opposing fighter takes 2 damage.
Well, goodness gracious.
There you go. So the broken mirror just hits you.
Yeah.
And after combat, if Patroclus is not defeated, gain 1 action. So you gain
I still
another
have 2
action.
actions left.
Oh,
That was the first action.
No, you maneuver.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So that's your second. So this goes away. That goes away. You basically have 1 more action.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I'm not shaking this table.
1, 2, 3, 4,
It'll
5,
make people
6.
seasick.
I'm going to draw a card.
I'm using Kenny, an Emperor, his secondary setup here at my house, since he now has the high-res 4K camera at his place. And that way we can do some 2-player solos here, and he can do 2-player and solos there. And then when we meet at Kenny's, we do our 4 or 5-player games. So we're going to be able to put multiple videos up. We'll keep watching. You maneuvered?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you are done. My turn.
Well, I mean, I maneuvered this guy. Yes.
You can
So,
move
yeah,
him up to 2 if you want.
I did.
Okay.
Well, this guy?
Yeah, but each one
No.
can move 2.
Well, yeah, let me go ahead and...
Run away. Achilles, the wuss.
I might take him back 1.
Achilles the wuss. That's what his name is. All right, so I guess I have to maneuver.
2,
so
3, 4, 5,
I
6,
will
7.
draw. I have 5 cards in hand. I'm drawing up to 6. I will maneuver 1 space towards Achilles. And I will attack. Bloody Mary's chasing him down. She's chasing him down.
Say it one more time.
She's chasing him down. Alright. I have an attack. It is called Infinity Mirror with an after combat effect. It is an attack value of 4.
Battle hardened.
You have an after combat effect 2. You have
Choose
2
a card
defense.
in
All right.
your hand. Choose a card in your discard pile and return it to your hand
Okay.
after combat.
All right. So yours will happen first. You're taking 2 damage from me.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and scroll that down 2 points. And then are you doing your after combat effect?
I don't. Okay, it was a 4.
Because I had a 4 to 2, so you're taking 2.
I see.
The difference. And then you get to bring a card from your discard pile back to your hand. And then discard that. Then my after combat effect is choose one of the fighters in the combat and move them up to 4 spaces away. Well, I know you're pretty slow. Up to 4 spaces away. I will move you over there. And that was my second action. I'm done.
All right.
Discard that. He's maneuvering as his first action.
So move him 2.
Mm-hmm.
Puts him within range of you.
What about, is he going to move?
Yes, he will move also. 1, 2.
All right, and so I'm getting attacked by the runt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, the runt, huh? I will defend.
Brothers in arms again.
I have faint. Cancel all effects on your opponent's card. So it's 4-2. I take 2 points. 1, 2. All right. So you maneuvered and attacked. That ends your turn. And I will maneuver, drawing a card, and moving 1 to here. I will attack Achilles as my second action. Alright. I have another broken glass. During combat, I may increase or decrease the value of this card by 1. And yours?
Under Achilles' helm. Immediately, if Patroclus is not defeated, Achilles may swap places with him. If he does, Patroclus is now the defender.
Okay. You're swapping places, throwing him up as a sacrificial. I will... Doesn't matter if I increase this by 1 or decrease this by 1. Either way, he's going to take 2 damage. If I do it... if I match it, I could draw a card. But I like to get down to 3. I think what I'm going to do is decrease the value of this by 1. So they bounce. And then after combat, if this card matches the opponent's card, draw 1 card, and the opposing fighter takes 2 damage. And so he will take 2. Little guy takes 2. Bloody Mary works better with 3 cards, but I've got to survive before I can start ripping off the combos.
And?
That was it, 2 actions. If I win, we're going to post it regardless.
You jack crap.
Especially with Bloody Mary. I bought that set just for her. I have Battle of Legends Volume 1, Battle of Legends Volume 2, and the Cobble and Fog set, which I love. It's got Dracula, Sherlock Holmes, Jekyll and Hyde, and the Invisible Man. Great box set. I love the maps in that one as well. I think Kenny has a couple of 2-player sets, and Dave the Ninja has, I think, the Marvel sets. All right, so he's going to backstab me, huh? Well, I will use this. I'm defending. You have test for weakness. After combat, do relentless assault. Okay. Well, I have trick of light after combat. So your 1 doesn't do anything to me. After combat, I may place Bloody Mary in an empty space adjacent to the opposing fighter. So I will pull her over here, and now you get to do your second attack, which
3
is
points.
Relentless Assault. But that's a second attack on 1 card. I get to play defense, and I get to see it. You see what I'm saying? It's not a surprise. This is a attack, and after combat, you're getting an additional attack, but I get to defend against that. Basically, it's eating more cards out of my hand. And what I will do with that is not good. I will play this. It is mirror image. During combat, the value of this card is equal to the printed value of your opponent's card. So I take no damage, but you took 2 cards away from me.
Which is what you wanted.
Late game, that hurts when people don't have defense cards, and you've got 2 different people hitting me. But guess what? I'm at 3 cards now.
You just jumped over me.
Yes, I did.
I had you pinned.
I know you did.
Now I got to work at doing that again.
So
but there's probably 2 more of those cards in there.
Are both of your actions done? The jumpy card?
No,
yeah, there's
mirror.
3 of those.
Yeah.
Took a light. Was that your 2 actions?
Yes,
All
I
right.
moved and then I attacked.
Okay. Rather than maneuver, if I start my turn... Oh, I can maneuver. If I start my turn with exactly 3 cards in hand, I gain an additional action. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. With a stalk of celery. All right, so let's see. I will maneuver because I can. I do not have to move. My second action will be attack Achilles. All right. I have out of the mirror a during combat effect. Your opponent discards 1 random card and its boost value is added to this card's value. Please, let me see.
You're kidding
Just
me.
the boost value, which is the little circle. So I get a random one from your hand. I want the one all the way in that palm. It is 2, so my value is 3. So you stopped it. You have an after combat effect, which is...
If you won the combat, choose one of the fighters in the combat and move them up to 2 spaces.
You did. But you can't jump.
One of the fighters in the combat moves up 2 spaces. Right there.
1, 2. We are not adjacent. So that brings me up. My after combat, if this was my 3rd action, I get to draw a card. It wasn't. It was my 2nd. My 3rd action...
Is it 3 cards exactly or 3 cards or less?
3 exactly. My 3rd action... I must maneuver. Which I do. And I move back over there. And that's all of my actions.
Well, look at you.
Yeah, if you hadn't moved me, then I could have done one of those 3rd action combos. But no. You couldn't look into the mirror. So I'm currently at 14 health. Achilles is at 13. Patroclus is at 4 out of 6. But I'm playing he's straight attacking, no maneuver.
Wait a minute. You got 4 cards in your hand.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get my bonus or anything, but yeah, I got 4 cards. You have to balance out whether you just play with 3 cards or whether you fill your hand up for defense. That's whether you and your little... Did you take a maneuver first, or is this your first action?
I did not take the maneuver.
You don't
first.
have to. And you can take a maneuver after as your 2nd action. I was just making sure this is your first action. If it is, I will go. I'll defend. All right? They don't have to be in order. You could attack first and then move if you want. All right? Reveal. It's an attack. Blessed by Hermes. And I have evade. 3 blocks 3, so no, it bounces. And after combat, I draw a card. And yours is, after combat, move
each of your fighters up to 3 spaces. They may move through opposing fighters.
There you go. Good move. That's blessed by Hermes, the winged boots. The winged sandals. Goodyear has the winged boots.
1, 1, 2.
All right.
You still have an escape route.
Yep. So that was your first.
And my second. Yeah. Discard that.
And your second? What do you mean?
Well,
that was your after combat ability. You didn't maneuver at
I
first.
drew a card, then fought, then moved. So now I got to do my second action.
Mm-hmm. Boy, you drew a card?
Yes.
Then that was your first.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That was it.
All right, I'm up. So I will. Interesting. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and maneuver to draw.
Okay. I'll take a picture of you while you're doing it.
That was my first. My second action is to scheme. This is the first one you'll see with the little lightning bolted. Closer than she appears. Move Bloody Mary up to 1 space, which I will not. Draw a card, which I will, and gain a third action.
Man.
Or gain 1 action. So now I get a third action. My third action is to attack Achilles. Because I can. Come on.
I didn't take the picture yet. Give me a second.
Come on, Achilles. You know why they call him that? Because I Achilles him. All right. I have speak 3 times. During combat, if this is your third action this turn, which it is, the value of this card is 7 instead. Attack value of 7. Versus defense 4. So
but if I lost the combat, you gain an action, so technically it's 4.
That's cool.
But yours probably takes precedence.
You're taking 7. No, mine's a during. So it's 7. So you're blocking 4. You're taking 3 damage. All right?
Okay.
And then, oh, that's Achilles' heel. And then I get another action. Thanks. A 4th action. Well, with my with my 4th action, I will attack Achilles.
I have no defense cards.
Well, don't say that. Just say you choose not to defend.
I choose not to defend because I have no defense cards.
Okay.
Yes.
You take 2, and then after combat, I may place Bloody Mary in an empty space adjacent to the opposing.
Look at you with the man.
That's placing. That's not moving. Moving have those through effects.
I know. This chick right here is...
She's bat crazy.
She is very heavily unmatched to these guys. She is much more...
You just can't catch her. She's in the mirror.
I know. This constant moving around and changing this to that. And golly.
What do you see, Wukong?
Man.
He's got monkeys. I'm done. Oh, and I got 3 cards in hand. Woohoo. Woohoo. Maybe you should have used Sinbad. He's not in this set. He's a good character. We haven't ranked him. We haven't even played all the characters.
How many cards you got?
I have exactly 3.
Oh, well, let me draw my card first.
So you're maneuvering? You're going to move?
Yes, I'm not going to...
Not going to move anyone?
Well, I'll move him.
Okay. And then you're attacking me?
Yes.
Oh, let's see. Well, you know, I think I'm going to play a defense. All right. That's not an attack card.
It's not?
No, that's a Just play it. Do it.
I could play it any time.
Well, it's
like an instant?
It's an action, but it's that one there. Scheme.
Oh.
Play a lightning card. So there's no defense against that.
Okay.
You just throw it.
Yeah,
Deal 2 damage to an opponent
My bad.
in Achilles' zone. All right, so purple and purple. So you just did 2 damage to me. Good, I kept my cards. All right, so
I was kind of hoping to get rid of a card.
Well, you could have, but it wouldn't have mattered. So
You've
done 2 actions, right?
Yes.
All right. I have 3 cards, so I get an additional action this turn.
That's what I was trying to get.
That's it. Give me one of them red dice so I know when I get my bonus action. Thanks. You hope I choke. All right.
Choke.
All right, so first thing, my first action is that I will maneuver. I draw a card. I don't have to move. My second action is that I will attack Achilles. Why? Because I must. I have Bloody Requiem with an after combat effect. And you have
Wily Fighting
with an after combat. All right, so I'm doing 3 to 3. It's a bounce. Nothing happens. After combat, deal 1 damage to each opposing fighter adjacent to your fighter. So I take a damage down to 11. But
what does yours say?
After combat, do Bloody Reprise. Bloody Reprise. If your opponent played a card against Bloody Requiem, which you did, this attack's value is that card's printed value, which is 3. So it's 3.
I still get 3 points.
No, you get to play a defense against that, but you know what it is. You don't? All right, so you take 3. Nice. And then my third action, I will attack. What are you at? 5? I will attack. You defense. I will play Ghostly Touch. During combat, I may boost this attack. So I will discard Bloody Mary for 2 more, so it's 3 points. And after combat, if this is my third action this turn, recover 3 health.
Jeez. Man, this is ridiculous.
Bloody Mary.
This is ridiculous. She's way too powerful.
Well, we'll see.
That's
a balanced set. And that's my 3 actions for this turn.
I don't believe so.
It is.
I don't believe so.
And then old Patroclus is standing around. He's supposed to be the sacrificial dude. Yo, get in the way.
You jumped over and got away from me.
It's a mirror. You're going to hold it down. And when you do, it's broken glass. Maneuver? Yes. You're going to run away? Or are you going to?
Yeah, I'm going to run away. At least for now.
Roll 2. Okay. And second. You going to move that one?
No.
All right. Second action. It's going to have to be a maneuver. Because unless you got a lightning card.
Draw again?
Yeah. The second maneuver. Mm-hmm. Reloading his hand. All right.
I can move each of them up to 2 still.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Run away. Run away. You're out of range. All right. My turn. I will maneuver.
All up in your face wasn't working with that freak.
And I will maneuver again to give me a third card. I'm done.
Yeah, 14 again. God. Jeez,
That's
man.
okay. It's all good. You got your little dude in the way. I can't go through him. I'm going to have to kill him first.
Which won't be hard. He's almost dead already.
Well, that's what he's there for. And then he makes Achilles stronger. You killed my little buddy, Gilligan. Skipper.
All right. So I drew a card.
This card's scary. Ooh, these are all pretty scary for you. I don't have to be scared of her because I'm playing her.
Here. Here.
Mm-hmm. Look at the blockage. So
Now,
that was both your maneuvers.
Draw a card and move the guys.
You did that twice.
I did that twice. Did I? I don't think I did. Only drew one card.
You're right. You're right.
Only drew one
it
card.
was last turn I moved over there.
Yeah, you're freaking me out,
so
man.
Now you can do something with Cletus. Achilles and Cletus.
Attacking you.
I'll defend.
Such a cute little tune for a battle. Battle Frenzy.
I have evade with an after combat effect of drawing a card. 3s will bounce. So I draw a card, putting me back.
After combat, deal 2 damage to both fighters in the combat.
2 to you, 2 to me.
Which probably wasn't a good idea, but I was trying to get rid of that 3rd card. Which you immediately draw another one.
Well, you know.
Jeez, man, that girl right there is way overpowered.
Jeez, you know, are you going to tell it to her? Gotta go stand in front of the mirror and call her first.
So I guess I'm done.
You're done? All right.
This is ridiculous.
That's nice. All right, I guess I'll attack little guy, Patroclus. I'll attack him. I get 3 actions, by the way. My first one is to attack the little guy. All right. It is out of the mirror with a during combat effect. Your opponent discards 1 random card, add its boost value to this card's value.
Jeez.
Come on, boost it. Let's take the middle one this time. 1 point, so it's worth 2. You stop it. Then you get an after combat. If you won the combat, you did. Choose one of the fighters
in combat, move them 2 spaces.
Okay, nice. And I have an after combat. If this was my 3rd action, I draw a card. It wasn't. It was my 1st action. My 2nd action is that I'm going to maneuver. I will maneuver 1, 2, 3. That's where I started, right? All right. That's all I needed to know.
How did you go through her?
I didn't. It's not.
Yeah, there ain't no line there.
Look at you.
There ain't no line there, Mark Etheridge. Win if you can, lose if you must. Always find a way to cheat.
Well, I can still do this. 1, 2.
Yes, you can.
That's right. I'll attack. Patroclus. All right. It's worth 2. It's called Trick of the Light. Is he dead? After combat, I may place Bloody Mary in any empty space adjacent to the opposing fighter, which was here.
Adjacent.
Yep. So I could go there or there. I think I'll just stay where I am. Boom. Now, as soon as he dies, you got to discard 2 cards. I believe that's the effect of death of your little dude when he is defeated. Discard 2 random cards. While he is defeated, add +2 to the value of all of your attacks. And if you win combat, you draw a card. So now you're like Mojo Powerful.
With 2 points left.
Well, you know, that's my goal, is to knock you down as far as I could.
There's not going to be any winning.
Dude out.
There will be no winning of combat.
And I got 3 actions. I moved.
You have 3 cards
attacked.
now?
No, but I had 3 actions. I moved, attacked.
You killed him with that card and left you with 2 cards. So you no longer have 3.
Maneuvered. I attacked. You pushed me. I maneuvered. Then I attacked.
Yes.
All right.
That's right.
You're maneuvering. Achilles, he's mad. He's running away. All right, 2nd action. He's maneuvering. Achilles, he's mad. He's running away. Why do you run away from your problems? All right, my turn. I will maneuver. Which way do I want to go? 1, 2, 3 was my first action. My section action will be to
Section
maneuver.
action?
Section action. 1, 2. Putting me adjacent to you.
Can't get away from you.
I'm done.
Cannot get away from you.
Well, and now you got me stacked up with 4 cards, so I don't get that third action where I can chase, punch your face. Maneuvering. Run away. Run away, way. Good move. Second maneuver. Run away, way. All right. I will maneuver. I have 5 cards. 1, 2, 3. And my second action will be to maneuver again. And I will go 1, 2.
Really?
3. All right. I have 6 cards. So you're building up your hand. And
There's nothing in here to use against you.
All right. Second. Now, once you get over 7, you're going to have to start discarding.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Run away, run away.
Mm.
All right. My turn. Well, I've got 6 cards in hand. I will have to maneuver. Maneuver. 1, 2, 3. All right. And as my second action, I will play Closer Than She Appears. Move Bloody Mary up to 1 space, putting me adjacent. Draw a card and gain a third action.
That she is way too overpowered. This is ridiculous.
She's not too.
You can't get away from her. She moves multiple times. Plus, she has 3 to begin with. That's just ridiculous.
My third action will be to attack Achilles. Achilles. I have Jump Scare with a during combat effect. My during combat effect, if Bloody Mary shares no zones with the space she started in this turn, which was back here, I'm on all purple, then this card's value is 6 instead, which it is. So it does 2
That's the game.
after combat. If you lost the combat, your opponent gains. Oh, is that it?
I only had 4. That girl is way overpowered.
She is awesome.
That is ridiculous.
I'm digging her.
There
Anyway,
was no way to get around anything with that.
this is Wizard of Mo Games, and that was a relatively quick battle of Unmatched. My strategy was to focus on Achilles because I knew Patroclus couldn't catch me, and it paid off. But until next time,
You saw every card that was in the pile.